In the picturesque kingdom of Faradonia, in the heart of a lush swamp, there lived one green and fluffy ogre named Shrek. His face was always lit up with a wide smile, and his good-natured and cheerful disposition made him a favorite of all creatures living in the swamp. Shrek spent his days enjoying the tranquility of his swamp. He loved to walk through green meadows, sing songs, and dance with butterflies. His main activities included playing soccer with colorful bugs, who gladly agreed to such unusual entertainment. One day, however, while swimming through the swamp, Shrek noticed something strange in the sky. He looked up and saw a shooting star. Instead of just making a wish, Shrek decided to go and see what it was. With incredible agility and ease, Shrek leaped from one froggy scone to another, overcoming the water obstacles in his path. He was getting closer to where the star was falling with every step he took. Finally, he reached the place where he had fallen and was amazed to find the giant magical flower girl, who glittered like the brightest fireworks. Shrek was amazed at its beauty and the magic that radiated from it. The magical flower girl glittered mysteriously and turned her attention to Shrek and said, "Welcome, Green Ogre. I am granting you magical powers. You can now go to the world of humans and learn more about them." Shrek couldn't believe his ears. Magical powers travel to the human world. These possibilities were beyond his imagination. His heart compelled him to accept the challenge and set out on a new adventure. Filled with enthusiasm, Shrek traveled from Faradonia to the nearby kingdom of Arlandia. He was greeted with joy and a smile by the magnanimous King Ferdinand, who had heard of the Green Ogre's reputation full of wonder. In the wilds of Arlandia Castle, Shrek met the beautiful Princess Amelia, a suave, intelligent, and helpful girl. She was impressed by Shrek, his humor and heart, and they were immediately bonded in friendship. Together they spent their free time walking through beautiful gardens and talking until late at night. Shrek made Amelia gifts of the most exotic flowers, and she surprised him with her tales and knowledge of the kingdoms. King Ferdinand soon learned of Shrek's magical abilities and admired his ability to resolve conflicts and establish diplomatic relations. He offered Shrek a job as the great envoy of the kingdom of Arlandia. Shrek gladly accepted the king's offer and became the official representative of the kingdom. His task was to visit other kingdoms and countries, to establish connections, exchange cultures, and bring peace and understanding to different parts of the world. During one of his trips, Shrek learned of a growing conflict between Arlandia and the neighboring kingdom of Grozovia. Instead of turning to sorcerers or using force, Shrek decided to use his diplomatic skills to find a peaceful solution. Shrek invited King Gerasim of Grozovia to a meeting in the neutral kingdom. He proposed a series of sporting events that involved representatives from both kingdoms. With his wit and humor, Shrek managed to create an atmosphere of friendliness and cooperation between Arlandia and Thunderbolt. The conflict between the kingdoms began to subside, and instead of war, they decided to organize a cultural festival to get to know each other better. Rejoicing in the success of his peace efforts, Shrek was rewarded by King Ferdinand with a gold medal for his peacemaking and diplomatic successes. However, the most important thing to Shrek was that he was able to help keep the peace and create friendship as between the kingdoms. Back in Arlandia, Shrek realized that he had found his true place, near Princess Amelia and a kingdom he could love. He decided to stay there and dedicate himself to this beautiful place. Shrek was greeted with joy and adoration by the people of Arlandia. He became the most popular ogre in the kingdom, hosting parties and receptions for all his friends and guests. With Shrek and Princess Amelia, the kingdom of Arlandia flourished. They joined forces to make it an example of tolerance and acceptance. where every creature was respected and loved regardless of their appearance or background. The kingdom of Arlandia became a quiet corner where people and creatures of the world lived in harmony and peace. Shrek and his friends turned it into a cozy and kind place where everyone found happiness and acceptance.